I want to change the topic again. There are many things. I have so many questions for every answer, but you know I have to be careful.
Open to any question.
You were on house arrest for nearly a year, and I remember COVID, where I was on house arrest for 2 months. You know, during the lockdown. I'm not joking about the situation, but let's step away from the politics a second. How was that for you, being stuck in those four walls? How did it impact your family? How did you coexist with your family? How did you balance maintaining your family life and your work and everything? I mean, what was this experience like for you to be stuck at home for that long? Politics aside.
But never could politics be aside.
But I want to know how you felt.
My family and myself, we are committed for our cause. We fought for our cause.
Did you get frustrated with each other?
In politics, you have to be prepared. Eddie Rama, after lobby with George Soros against me and declared me non grata for significant corruption with the signature of Anthony Blinken, the man who is praised more than anyone else in Europe and United States, Sally Berisha, for its success in fighting corruption. But it was George Soros and Eddie Rama combined, sanctioned me. And why? 8 years after I left, I was absolutely not a decision maker, not at all participating in decisions of...
No, you'd taken a step back. You were...
Totally, but keeping the national interest, keeping the public interest, like I thought I do. So, after they thought that with that designation will archive me in the house of
You'll go away quietly, but no.
Yeah. And they miscalculated.
Yes,
why?
Big time. Yes.
They miscalculated because I was almost going. But this gentleman, Anthony Blinken, wounded my dignity by designating me. I wrote a letter 2 hours after saw his decision. Mr. Secretary, you have done this decision. Now, first, I could tell you that this is based totally in corrupted lobbying of Eddie Rama and George Soros. And I tell you, frankly, I knew nothing about close family relations between Blinken family and Soros family. Nothing. But I thought no one else could do such lobbying than him. Second, Mr. Secretary, whenever you will represent a single piece of evidence about my corruption from all your agencies or from all governments, friendly governments, I'll tell goodbye forever politics.
I remember you saying that.
Third, Mr. Secretary, I don't ask you to change the decision, but I am suing you in a court and giving you the possibility.
Ongoing now, this case?
In a court to give you the possibility to present all your facts and documents. That is, I'm not lobbying. I decided to go to defend my dignity in the courtroom in Paris. This was my decision. And I told the party, I told the head of the party, don't be involved. The party should not be involved. We are a pro-Western party, a pro-American party. We remain. I will fight myself. I feel myself strong enough to fight. And I was working with the court and with the media, US media mostly. But on July 30, Philip Ricker, a man with whom I had worked closely in regional questions, comes to Albania envoyed by come to Albania and asked to Prime Minister and to Lulzim Basha, the chairman of the party, that Berisha should not enter in parliament.
And this was
The
another
chairman
hit.
of the party told me, I told him, you have to transmit the following. No country has done more for the freedom of Albanians than U.S. government, the U.S. presidents, and United States. But they never did it to draft the list of MPs. Drafting the list of MPs of a nation, you take the sovereignty of that nation. And I will never accept, never accept. So, the chairman happened to be a weak person. He stood and told Albanians one day before Parliament started that under terrible pressure of US ambassador, for the sake of Albania, for the sake of DP, for the sake of, in the best interest of Albania, DP and Sali Berisha, I decided to cancel Sali Berisha from, I told him, chairman, I called, because I knew nothing. I called him, chairman, this decision is totally against the laws of the party. You have to meet the parliamentary group. You have to meet the National Council of the party or the convention. Vote for it. If these bodies will vote, I will accept. Otherwise, no. He responded publicly, I won't make any meeting, anti-American meetings. I told him, look, these are very American meetings because they are for rule of law meetings. He refused. Then I initiated the legal initiative, collected 62% of all signatures. We have had the convention of the party.
I remember it.
And go on. US ambassador to Tirana, which happened to be the head of cabinet of Anthony Blinken, fighting hard for his boss, started daily statements, retortions against people, not to follow Berisha. He went far, calling Democrats, you should not eat grass and support Sali Berisha. But wait, the person which told first time in history Albanians about the grass was Enver Hoxha. Was she coming from Marxist-Leninist groups or not? I don't know her past, but it was very insulting to Albanians. I responded to her like she deserved. She called business people thinking that they are sponsoring my movement. Nothing was true. She threatened with visas that you won't have such and such. She transformed the embassy in the prosecutorial office against honest people. This was the truth. I went through. We came to local elections. She intervened. And she accepted the intervention. That the logo of my party to be taken from my party. And the judge, we did, faced problems in the vetting for her decision. This was she and Gabriel Escobar, but including your ambassador, former ambassador to Tirana, Alistair King Smith, openly or behind the doors, lobbied to SPAC to arrest Sali Berisha, to investigate Sali Berisha. These are truth. Then, after all this failed, after Democrats rallied, and my comeback become unstoppable, and you know, comebacks are very special in history, are exotica, but they happen not because the person has the will to come back. No, it's an entire universe of feelings, requirements that make possible a real comeback of persons. So, in order to stop my fighting, my comeback, they chosen to arrest me. They chosen. They were together. They thought that this is the way, but I transformed, as you have seen,
It made you fight more.
the window,
Yes. But I have a question.
an infernal port for a drama.
You said yourself, you were on your way out, you were about to step back, you had your successor in place in the party, and then what you've described now seems like they betrayed you, this person betrayed you along with others, this is what you say. And I'm not trying to say, you're on the way out now, but does this make it harder, this experience make it harder for you to think about who you would want to succeed you in the future now? Who would you want to take over from you when the time comes for you to do that? Because you, in your words here, you've been burnt badly.
If he betrayed and showed so unfaithful in a way or in another, he condemned himself.
Yes.
Yeah, but what I restored, the free vote. Who will succeed Berisha? The man or the woman, which will have the heart and minds of Democrats. And how I could get that? I could not guess that. It would be open race, but for the moment, I feel.
You're still...
I feel.
I can feel it.
Very sincerely.
And I'm going to ask you another time. The case with Blinken in the French courts, what stage is this at?
French, too étatic. The judge, no, I went in every step.
Yes?
They accepted. But he failed to become a great and famous judge. Why? Not because but the reasons that presented to me were not maintainable. He wrote that first, you as Berisha are not a citizen of European Union country. Second, Secretary Blinken is a person with immunity. It's true that I'm not. It's true that Secretary Blinken is a man with immunity. But it's true the principle.
Yes.
The following. The defamation is judged and condemned wherever it gets out.
Yes, where
it
published,
gets out.
Yeah.
I was right. But this should be interpreted. Second, it's true that Secretary Blinken is a man with immunity. But it's true also that defamation is not part of a function of an official. It is not part of functions.
It's a violation of his
official
role.
functions. Yes, in our constitution, but not only in our. If you, in the floor, say defamation for whoever, you have no immunity. It is written in Constitution, and I think many others, but it is written also in various sense of an administration that defamation is not part of their function. However, the French judge, I gave him the potential to become famous, world famous. He failed to become. It's not my problem.